Hello everyone and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
And not just technically.
In this video, we are going to take a look at a compute module. If you're new, welcome to this channel, but if you've been following, you might have seen the recent video I did, and I was comparing almost all sorts of CM5 boards to each other, price, performance, and availability, and all that stuff, right? Unfortunately, I did not have Orange Pi CM5, and I didn't even know it existed during recording of that video, and I learned about it a little bit later, and now I got my hands on it. Here we go. I have the Orange Pi CM5 baseboard and Orange Pi CM5. This bad boy is based on RK3588S, which is an 8nm processor, 4 ARM Cortex-A76 2.4 GHz clock speed, and 4 ARM Cortex-A55 1.8 GHz, which is mainly used for like background tasks and process. Let's take this out. There you go. This beautiful, beautiful CM5. And it is, as you can see, Orange Pi CM5 version 1.1. And I hope you can see it. It's like shiny, but it says RK3588S. So this bad boy, it comes with 6 tops. So integer 4, 8, 16 can support 6 tops. 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, and 16 GB LPDDR4 4X, which is basically more efficient, lower power consuming LPDDR4. For eMMC options, they say there is like a 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 and 256 GB versions. In the stock, I don't really see like in the stores that where I want to buy. But there are options apparently. And there's also capability to have expandable, obviously, that you can add Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5, BLE support. This bad boy comes with Android 13, Ubuntu and Debian images and some other images like Orange Pi OS and other stuff as well, and build tools and all that stuff. It's fully functional. This is the SoC, as you know. These two are the RAMs and this is the storage, okay? And this bad boy over here is actually from also Rockchip RK806-1, which is the PowerDisk PMU, okay? In terms of connectors, this looks like very similar to Raxa's CM5. Actually, you know what? Let me grab one. Yeah, here you go. So apparently Orange Pi CM5 is a 100-pin connector. All right, so they are not identical. As you can see, if you flip it this way, the ports on top and bottom kinda line up, although there's like a little bit difference. They don't really line up. The horizontal one is actually flipped. So yeah, this is on this side, this is on this side. But overall, what I want to say is they are all identical in size, okay, and shape, and even the mounting holes, but the connectors, you know, they are not lining up. If you go this way, they are way off, and if you flip it this way, these two match, but the left and right doesn't. Okay. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about this bad boy. We already reviewed the CM5 from Raxa. This is supposed to be very power efficient and very powerful SBC. I'm also curious to see how the operating systems and drivers are in this bad boy. And also, I have to tell you that this one, 4 GB RAM, 32 GB eMMC version is $70. So it is, the CM5 is relatively cheap. Now let's take a look at the baseboard. Okay, here you go. So I'm going to say, if everything holds up, this is going to be the most powerful and fair in terms of price. Because let me explain, because this is $70 and this is $20. Closest to this would be Raspberry Pi or Raspberry Pi 5 or the Raxa CM5, but still this is cheaper than them. And in terms of baseboard, this is a base tablet board. So basically you can insert this and you will have less I/O, the tablet operating system. And if you use the tablet operating system, you will be able to basically have a screen connected to it and turn it into a tablet, literally. And the other one actually comes with 2.5 gigabit Ethernet and a gigabit Ethernet. So that's the regular baseboard. This is the tablet baseboard. Okay, so what I am going to do is actually show you. Let me put this on here. As you can see, it comes with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Also, the base model comes with GPIO. So this is 26 pin GPIO, and it comes with infrared sensor, headphone jack, USB-C, USB 3, USB 2, HDMI full size, and another USB-C port. And this one is power, so this is only used for powering the board. And on this side we have the LCD and the camera So one camera here, and this is battery connection, speaker connection, and speaker connection. So speaker 1, speaker 2, and the battery, and the camera 3, camera 2, LCD, and I assume on the back side, yep, we have the SD card slot and the 2280 M key NVMe SSD slot. Yeah, this one is a sensor. So yeah, basically we can connect a PCIe NVMe SSD over here, SD card, and a bunch of other stuff. So this is a very, camera 1 is here. So camera 1 is the proprietary connector. So camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, LCD. This, and also this is a fan connector if you want to connect a cooling fan on top of this CM5 module. So this is a very, very fair board. And as I said, the other board, not the tablet one, the regular one, comes with 2.5 gigabit Ethernet and a gigabit Ethernet. And that's also like 20 bucks. This is very powerful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burn an Ubuntu image into SD card and connect the wires and power and all that stuff. We are going to take a look at it. Cool. And also I'm going to put some heatsink on it. It's original cooler, so I am going to just improvise and put my own heatsinks on this. Okay, so give me a couple of minutes. Okay, so we are back, and as you can see, I connected the wires, and I also placed an NVMe SSD and the operating system in the SD card. And once I plug this in, you will see also on this camera the power consumption. Okay, so we will be monitoring that, and right now as it is booting and I see the logo, and you see it on the screen, so it is it's using like 2 to 4 watts. Very, very impressive. Okay, so we are booted and it's already asking us to upgrade. Okay, I see the SSD, NVMe SSD is detected. So let's get into the terminal, and let me. Okay, so the username and password is Orange Pi. Okay, and first things first, let's do the stress ng. Okay, so as we are running the test, as you can see, when we are using every single thread in this CM5, we are getting 7 watts, and you also see on the screen the temperatures. I just placed this heatsink. It's not really getting toasty, but it is getting warm a little bit, and you can see this. You can see the temperatures over there. So it's going up to 60, 70. It's okay, it will handle it. Although it's better if you just place a fan. I don't have it, so we are going to use it. Okay, so we're done with the test. Let's take a look at the result. Oh wow, that is super impressive. That's 1,200, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in Raspberry Pi 5, the full board, not the CM5, in the Raspberry Pi 5, you will get 870 to 900. This is getting 1,230. So this is obviously much faster. And at least in this test, which is a very fair test for the CPUs. So let's see if we see the same kind of in the Sysbench. Okay, so as you can see in the Sysbench, it doesn't go all the way to the 7 watt. It uses just the 5 watts. It doesn't really utilize everything, I guess, fully. And we are still beating Raspberry Pi 5, the full board. Raspberry Pi 5, you will get 10,500. And here we are getting 13,700. So this bad boy is absolutely and definitely faster than a Raspberry Pi 5, okay? Let's see if the driver is installed. Wow, that is very, very nice. That is very, very nice. So the Orange Pi seems like every single SBC from Orange Pi, it seems like that they are actually installing the Mali drivers in their operating system. That is very, very important, and will save you headache and will save you time, obviously. Instead of you trying to install the driver, the operating system the vendor provide is already comes with the driver installed. So you're not dealing with the hassle. While that is running, I am going to quickly show you. Okay, I just want to very quickly. It's not going to affect the GLMark score. So as that one is running, I just want to show you the NeoFetch. Okay, so I just wanted you all to see that this is running on 6.1.43 kernel. Okay, I just wanted you to see that. So, and also the other information is in here for you to see. Okay, so now let's get into fast forward mode. Let's wait for the GLMark to finish. I just want to see what we get. So we are getting the very impressive 847 GLMark 2 score, okay? And as you saw, the power consumption, as you can see, in idle, it's 2 watts. When you are in your operating system in Ubuntu and it's idle, it's 2 watts. And when we were running, the GLMark was getting like 4 watts, or let's say 5 watts, that's it. So it's very, very efficient. Yeah, I just want to also test the speeds that it is communicating with the NVMe SSD. So let's test that real quick. So that is a very fair speed. I was hoping, to be honest, for a little bit higher, but that's acceptable, okay? So that's a very fair speed. And let me see LSPCI-HVV. Let's see how it is connected. Apparently this is it. What we are getting over here, link speed. Okay, so it's downgraded X1. Okay, so it's X1. That's what we are getting. So let's keep going. Another thing, as you know, in the previous Orange Pi video, Orange Pi have something that's very, very nice. You don't even have to look up for the GPIO pins and everything. So I brought out, as the GLMark was going on, I prepared this. So if you just run GPIO read all, it will just give you the map. So 26 pin over here, you see the 26 pin over there. I usually just go with this first ground pin, that's number 6 right over here for the ground. And that is going to be this pin, okay? And for the next one, I'm going to use this one, right underneath that for the positive for VCC, okay? I'm going to connect this one, and let's turn this on. Okay, so right now it's already outputting something. So let's hope that port is not being used for something else. Anyway, let me export that. So what we can do is we can say echo, and that's 56 to sys GPIO export. Okay, and we can say echo out to sys GPIO 56 direction, and echo 0 to the value. Okay, so it's already on 0 when I set the direction, and if I say 1, as you can see, it goes up to 3.2. So it is working, and let's set it back to 0. There you go. So this is a very, very nice. I hope that every single vendor do something like this. I don't even know if the GPI, the Orange Pi people developed this tool, but I see it on their SBC. So it is very impressive and very intuitive, useful, and saves you time. So you can easily use this tool to see the GPIO and use the pins. You will see the wiring pi numbers and you will see the GPIO numbers like sysclass, sysfs, or whatever I did, okay? Another thing is, as you can see, there is no Ethernet, so we are stuck with the Wi-Fi on the tablet baseboard. If you use the other baseboard, as I said, there's like 2.5 gigabit Ethernets, but then the other one doesn't have the GPIO pin, so you have to decide which one you want. Let's do a speed test on the on that Wi-Fi. Not bad. Yeah, that's kind of same with the other CM5 ones that I tested. So 150, 180 megabits per second. That's acceptable. Not super fast, but also not slow. We tested the NVMe SSD speeds. We tested GPIO. We benchmarked the CPU so far, and we are testing this operating system. So one thing I want to see is what browser they're shipping it with. Default. So everything default. I know I can install whatever I want. Hopefully. Okay, so they're shipping it with Chromium, and looks like it's up to date. Let's right away go to my most favorite website and search for... All right, so we are here and I enabled stats for nerds, and let's try a 4K video. And obviously it is not dropping any frames. This is what happens when a vendor ships their operating system properly with the proper drivers and the kernel. So this is what happens, okay? So it is playing a 4K video super smoothly, as you can see on the screen, okay? So if we go full screen on this bad boy, it's playing like it's nothing. 4K video, okay? So, and it's not even hot. I mean, it's okay. It's not really burning hot. It's okay. And as I said, you'd be better off with just a real fan and a cooler. I'm sure they are selling one official one. So I just wanted to show you guys that 4K video playback and everything else is also working. This is very impressive. And remember, the baseboard is like 20 bucks and the board itself with 4 gigabyte RAM is 70 bucks, right? The one that I am using is actually 4 gigabyte version, as you can see. So this literally 20 and 70, call it 90 bucks, and it's killing it, okay? So very impressed with Orange Pi recently. I tried their other board, 4A, which was like 40 bucks. That was also super impressive, and it was using all winner. This one is rock chip. Anyway, this is very impressive. Let me see if I find anything else interesting in this board, or otherwise we are going to end the video here. Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, so I want to show you how you can flash an operating system into eMMC or the SD card and like Android, okay? Here is the tool that you can see. As you can see on the screen, this is RK35 tool, rock chip tool. So what you have to do is connect a USB power, that this one will go into power supply, a second USB that will go into your computer, which I already have, okay? So this is a mask ROM button. So you have to hold that down and plug the USB power, okay? And as you can see on the screen, mask ROM, it appeared, okay? So what you have to do is to select the Android image and just burn it into the system, okay? And yeah, as you can see, it started. So I just wanted to show you guys this. Let me finish this up, boot into Android, and I just show you guys Android as well. So it should be good to go. Give me a couple of minutes. As you can see, we are booted into Android, and let's go into settings very quickly and see the information over here. As you can see, this is the build, okay, and Android 13, okay. So the other thing I want to show you is it comes with Google Play Store and YouTube pre-installed. I didn't install it. And as you can see here, if I enable, I'm going to set the quality to 4K and enable stats for nerds and play. And as you can see, it is playing a 4K video with absolutely no trouble. And power consumption with Android is just 2 watts. 2 watts. We are playing a 4K video, 2 watts. That's it. Super, super impressive. I'm really impressed with this company. I wish I tested this before publishing that CM5 comparison video. This is going to be top of my list, but yeah, anyway, past isn't past. So this is great. I really love it. Every single thing that I tested worked perfectly as intended, okay? The other thing I want to show you is actually this funny thing that they have. We tested it in other board as well. Wiring OP. You can actually, as you can see, this is 0, but if I click on this, goes 3.2, turn it off, 0. So you can basically communicate and control GPIO pins from the Android as well. And Play Store is working fine, YouTube is working fine, everything is working fine in this board. And Wi-Fi worked as well. As you can see, I'm connected. So when you're idle, it just uses 1 watt in Android. Super impressive, okay? So you can connect this to a battery and a screen and literally turn it into a very, very powerful, tablet, okay? So yeah, I hope I covered everything. I hope I did. I tried almost everything that came to my mind. And as you can see, by the way, don't think it's booting from SD card. You see, I removed it. It's not from SD card. With the arcade tool that I showed you guys, I flashed the operating system, the Android, into the eMMC. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. The Orange Pi CM5, very fair price and super impressive, and everything worked perfectly. So yeah, thanks for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions. I will try to answer them, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.